You people bought a ticket to see me, so shut up.
Sometimes I get so mad, there's no control.
Ladies and gentlemen, just in case you live under a rock,
I might grab a bat, I don't know, my rap, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show.
What's up, wrestling fans? Salute. Welcome to the Elder Ring Podcast here on the Sports Jedi Network. I'm your host, the Don of the Watch Along, the Sports Jedi Kev. Today, we're going to have a conversation here on both WWE, AEW, as the wrestler formerly known as Edge has signed with All Elite Wrestling. He has signed with the Con Man. Now, my question is, which company has the edge? We all know that he cannot use his name, his trademark name, Edge, although he took his theme song, or with a little bit of change there, made his debut on Wrestle Dream this past Sunday. I'm looking back and forth. We're trying to be as biased as possible with no tribalism. You know, you could see a few of the WWE fans a little irate or bothered with Adam, with Edge going to All Elite Wrestling. My thoughts, I'm going to be totally honest with you folks about it. It's a good, to me, both companies win. It's a win-win situation. Here's the deal. When it comes to the WWE, Adam is over mid-40s. They gave him a push there with the Judgment Day when he first formed the Judgment Day. I like the idea of bringing in Finn actually afterwards, but starting off with Rhea, Damian, then bringing Finn Balor in, the way they turn on him, because we all know the reason why they turned. It was Cody Rhodes' injury. They wanted to turn Edge back to a baby face and get that push for the summer. Plans didn't go well for some odd reason there with Edge. Judgment Day took off after the fact. It took a couple weeks after the fact, and Edge was either off TV, whatever the case was, but his ending for Edge, you can't complain. And I felt kind of like he did a low blow. If you saw the media scrum from Wrestle Dream when he debuted, now Adam says, now I'm free creatively. What are you talking about? You know, you get the biggest pops of reception in the WWE universe. You were brought into, you pretty much was the founder of Judgment Day. When they tell the story of Judgment Day, they're going to come back with you as a founding member and form the group. And Judgment Day has a chance with the storyline and the way it developed to be one of the biggest facet group here in this, at least in this generation of wrestling. And you were up in front. When you returned and you had that great feud with Finn Balor, which I thought was dragged on a little too much, to be honest with you. But you know, guys like LaGreca loved it. Oh, one of the best work he ever done. But meanwhile, they were complaining when in Elimination Chamber that it was way too long. Again, rematch in Summers, and then in WrestleMania again. I mean, when we knew you were on your way out of the company, they didn't ask you to enhance any talent. You didn't enhance any talent. There was your farewell tour. You beat Theory. You try to squash Grayson Waller. Let's face it, because Waller had his match at Madison Square Garden, and Waller is Waller. He could go over without getting over. And Waller just did a phenomenal job. Says you could swim, kid. That's the most you brought out there. And then you had your dream match with Sheamus, which you were put over. You didn't get down. You didn't go down in defeat. So you also had your mixed match with your wife. For you to complain, and I think that's kind of low-hanging fruit. I don't know if the Con Man is part of the extra $1 million from the Con Man for you to say that, because I saw Saraya say the same thing and ask, now she's champion, but ask her how that went. I've said it time and time again, you benefit going to AEW for Adam Edge, because now you can have matches with Kenny Omega, the possibility of all the different names from Omega, MJF, from so the list is on and on. Samoa Joe, we know the names and the talent that is in AEW. You know, certain matches there. Remember, you are a mid 40-year-old wrestler with it had a severe injury that forced you to retire for a lot amount of years. And modern medicine, taking care of your body and all that good hard work, you're back in the ring. And I know you gonna say, according to the comment, you're gonna work a full schedule. I understand an AEW schedule is not like the WWE schedule with the house shows, the traveling. I know they do 2 live shows and they tape a lot. We know that Wednesdays and Saturdays now, Collision. It works for AEW because in the WWE, you're not going to beat Roman Reigns, and they're not going to put their eggs in the basket on Edge and a mid 40-year-old wrestler to move the company. They're thinking about building the stars of tomorrow for the next 10 to 15 years. And I know Roman is still holding that title, but they're building their young baby faces, superstars like a Braun Breaker, like a Austin Theory, a Grayson Waller, Damian Priest. You know, I know Finn is a little older and also 42 years old, around that age, but main eventer right now, Seth Rollins. So for Edge, you had your opportunity. You did headline WrestleMania, and I was there in attendance when you took on The Undertaker in Orlando in that WrestleMania. Phenomenal match. Hell of a performance. Not taking anything away from Adam Copeland from Edge. He's a Hall of Famer, rightfully so. Hell of a wrestler. But my thought, who had the edge in this, to be honest with you, is the WWE, because wasn't that the complaint of the WWEers where they keep bringing past veterans or past legends, nostalgic, to squash the young up-and-coming talent, not developing young talent, not developing young superstars, always bringing the casuals and burying them. Well, now the WWE is going in a different direction. And would it ruffle some feathers? Of course, it's going to ruffle some feathers. You know, no one wants to see our besties or our best wrestlers or sports icons leave. We want them to be immortal. You know, I'm not. You know, this is not has to do with wrestling, but as a Yankee fan, I didn't want to see Derek Jeter leave. You know, he was the captain. He epitomised what's the world champion of being a champion. You know, seeing him retire and go. You know, we're having the World Series. So I understand where some wrestlers have that nostalgic feeling with some of the older wrestlers, but this is a business that gets involved, and you have an influx of young talent and in WWE now, and you see how they're pivoting to young talent. Yes, you're always going to need an Adam Copeland in your company to help you tell stories, you know, and he still gets a massive reaction. Look, and you get excited to see Edge come out. When you hear that, you think you know me on, you know, that theme music. Phenomenal. He is, you know, in the ring with that spear, the way he tells a story. But I understand where the WWE might take a chance there. What is Adam Copeland really going to give WWE the next 2 full years? You know, maybe that's it. And then after that, he's going to hang it up. He's got young daughters who, you know, pretty soon they will be going either, I believe, in middle school to high school. He's going to want to scale back a little bit and probably call it quits. Listen, it's a great opportunity for him to finish his career with his friend Christian Cage, who's doing phenomenal work in AEW, one of his best works. And now you put a program along with Adam Copeland. Let them finish their careers. And 2 young friends, childhood friends, work it out. That was a great move there for both companies. There's, as myself, you could say maybe I'm a WWE, yes, because I really don't like watching AEW. Just gonna be totally honest, you know. But it's a good move for him. It's a really good move for him to go to AEW because again, they're lacking in sales of tickets on live events. You see the tarps, you see the videos, you see the pictures all over social media, where most of the hard camera is covered up and the black eye that AEW has gotten. The viewerships, they can make over 1 million views. You know, NXT's catching on their heels with viewership and also the product. You know, all that narrative. You know, they lost Jay Cargill. That's a way of a good answer for AEW to answer back on WWE taking Jade from them. You know, and it's not a good trade. I hear people, oh, it's like trading Adam for Jade. It's not different. It's a different situation in that case. Now it's up to Conman to use Adam. I know Adam's gonna have some good input, bring some good professionalism, some good matches. I just hope he doesn't get hurt. I know a lot of our friends on the Heel of the Ring crew are concerned of him getting injured because they do wrestle in a quicker pace and they do a lot of spots fest, you know. But no one asked this question: how are the Bucks and Kenny Omega gonna take this? How are the young talent that are in there that kind of was wanting to get a spotlight or get a upper or get an extra push on the card of AEW that were either released from the WWE, like what's gonna happen to Miro? So he's gonna get pushed back again into the closet. What's gonna happen to Malachi Black? And I asked because that's why they have 2 TV shows. Yes. But there's only really 5 hours a week for them to give you content. 2 hours of Dynamite, 2 hours of Collision, and an hour of Rampage. That's all they got. Live television. And mostly it's always cookie cutter, copy and paste type of deal. You're gonna have the All Atlantic title kicking it off to start the match. You know, at 9:30 at Dynamite, it's always the women's matches. It's always the women for 10 minutes. Then you have another promo, and then you know, it's a copy and paste show. You could tell already. That's why the numbers are a little down the way it is. You got to spice it up. That's another conversation for another day when it comes for the way the booking and all that at AEW. My point is, what's going to happen with all those talented young wrestlers that you develop? You know, the Nick Waynes, the Andretti, Action Andretti now, Dante Martin, who were, you know, the Lucha Brothers. And you got that someone's going to have to take his back seat on TV time because now Adam is going to demand. He's going to get eyeballs, yes. But the way they've been acting so immature, according to the dirt sheets, and I'm only saying this because I'm hearing it from the dirt sheets, and also talked about on Busted Open, the immaturity and the lack of leadership in that locker room. Maybe Edge helps in that locker room. I hope he does, because if they really are a threat or competition, it only makes the WWE even greater to give us those premium live events that they've been giving us, and not with the nonsense story-wise with the WWE and Raw, and it's not a filler. So it helps that AEW is competitive to the WWE. And are they not going to rub the wrong way? We could tell that locker room is so divided. Guys don't like some people. You had the Punk people. You had the elite people. How do you know that's not there now with Edge there? Oh, here comes another ex-WWE to get the push and taking the apple of Tony Khan's eye. When this company, and some of the originals, when this company was founded, we were all independent wrestlers that came together to make something special, to make noise and really threaten the mighty towers in Titan Towers in WWE. They were a threat. And now it looks like right now AEW is copy and paste WCW. We know how WCW ended. Hopefully not. Hopefully Adam helps him out. Hopefully Adam I think he will. Again, a professional. They're getting a professional made by the machine in the WWE. And I think WWE is going to benefit because now you're going to continue. Now you don't have to worry about, we got to get by respect and by seniority and well-deserved. We have to get Edge involved in a story, meaningful story, and in the card. And now that he's not there, they can move up and elevate another wrestler. You have the Dominic Mysterio coming up, you know, doing some phenomenal work. People want to see Dominic Mysterio, to boom him, to despise him. You know, Chad Gable now gets more air TV time. It's a ripple effect that I think both companies benefit. AEW in a way for exposure and getting eyeballs on the product, and WWE allowing the young talent to get the opportunity and to tell a story, and hopefully they learn from an edge in the locker room how to conduct themselves as a professional wrestler, as a professional sports entertainer, as a person, as an employee, as a brother and sister of the square circle. So at the end of the day, both will benefit with this. And if you're a WWE fan, don't frown upon. He's still going to be in the Hall of Fame. When he retires, he will return in some capacity. You'll see. Either he'll come out, welcome people when they do a premium live event in Toronto. He'll special host. There's always room for guys to return home. We've seen it. He won't be the first, and he won't be the last. And you know what? Just sit back and relax. Wish him well, because when you wish negativity or something negative, it always sends the boomerang back. So let him go and have a wonderful time. I hope by December he wins the AEW world title. Take it off of MJF. Go and get it, Adam. Go, you deserve it. Hell of a wrestler. You brought some great memories to us in the WWE. Now go make some memories in AEW. So with that said, I am the Don of the Watch Along, the Expo Jedi Kev. Please join us when we do our wrestling watch alongs. We're gonna have NXT live. We're gonna have Friday Night SmackDown, and we're gonna have Fastlane this weekend. So join us on all the wrestling, and hopefully we'll get some Impact Wrestling as well. So we want to make sure that you join us. So in the Heel of the Ring, we have always a saying: if you ain't down with the Heel of the Ring podcast, we have 2 words for you. Just subscribe. So may the sports be with you, and we'll see you next time here on the Heel of the Ring. Peace out.
Awesome! You people bought a ticket to see me, so shut up.